Welcome, fellow gamers and history buffs, to the Couch Co-op Podcast, your time-traveling ticket to the past, present, and future of gaming. Today, we've got an episode that's a fusion of nostalgia, brew battles, gaming experiences, mobile marvels, and a dash of trivia to keep you on your toes. First, we'll set the coordinates for this day in gaming history. We're journeying through the annal of time to explore a memorable moment in the gaming world. Then brace yourself for an epic clash of flavors as Lord Beerstro takes the stage for another legendary beer battle. Two brews will enter, but only one will emerge as the ultimate gaming companion. Following that, it's time for our Try, Play, Beat segment, where we curate a gaming playlist that have you exploring new realms, conquering challenges, and completing epic quests. And of course, Aaron's Mobile Minute will keep you in the loop with the latest trends, game recommendations, and mobile gaming insights. But we're not done yet. Test your gaming knowledge and quick reflexes with a round of trivia that'll challenge even the most seasoned gamers. So grab your favorite gaming beverage, find a comfy spot on the couch, and let's embark on a journey through time and gaming excellence. The Couch Co-op Podcast starts now.
Here we go down the annals of time.
Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.
Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show, and just like herpes, you can't get rid of us. I'm Ian, and I have Jared, Dave, Nick, and John with me tonight. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Doing
What a
great.
fine day.
Yeah,
Rested, but not as rested as I need to be.
we had a nice little get-together today. A little impromptu gathering of the couch. We should call ourselves the
Yeah.
Couchalos.
Like the Juggalos.
Couchella.
Yeah, Juggalo.
Couchalos. And you have like a... Anyway.
What about Couchella?
Coachella, and we have a festival like Coachella. Oh my god!
Yeah.
So when we have
Uh.
Coachella, it will be the gathering of the Couchalos.
What's our beverage of choice, though?
Well, beer, obviously. I don't. We'll have to find. Hopefully, someday someone will brew us our own beer.
Well, being Cowchella, it should be a milk stout, right?
I'm still waiting for that Couch Co-op IPA, Dave.
Oh man.
Maybe I'll have to dig out the system. Been a hot
Been a
minute
bit.
since I brewed. Yeah.
Annals of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want multiple anal?
Anal.
Oh man.
Multiple. Double.
You've been browsing his web history.
Double. DAVA.
I have trouble when you can have
Triple.
triple.
Why have triple when you can just have a fist? Oh, takes us back to fisting and Futanari. Still one of our greatest, highest downloaded episodes.
Oh, funny.
I have no idea why. All right, Jared. What happened on this day in history?
So I would like to point out a couple of important launch dates for a couple of game
All right.
franchises. So 31 years ago today, on October 8th, Mortal Kombat came out in arcades
Holy
in
shit.
1992.
Holy fuck.
Oh, that's
Oh,
crazy.
My,
Yeah. It's been forever.
Mortal
That-
Kombat.
And we just got Mortal Kombat 1 again, but, new. So that's still a long-running franchise. And also, Dave, XCOM Enemy Unknown came out on Macintosh and PC 11 years ago.
11 years
Unknown.
ago.
It seems like it should be longer than that.
Yeah, I swear that's
Yeah,
been on the show
2012.
like the whole time.
That must just be
Yeah.
those PC ports or those computer
Yeah,
ports.
maybe.
'Cause, like,
Macintosh
the
and
act-
PC.
Because it probably wasn't that. Might have been just a console game release at that point. When it
Yeah.
first launched.
Yeah.
Something. But yeah, I found that one kind of weird. So I mean, it's specifically pointing out
Yeah, it was
Macintosh and
2000.
PC.
It was 2012. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It
Yeah,
just
I-
seems like it wasn't that doesn't seem like very long ago.
That makes about that right sense though, because I mean that's back
Yeah,
when I was
'cause-
living in that loft.
And I got it on the 360. I remember
Okay.
that. Yeah. So
Guess what? The PS4 launches in 13, 14?
something like that.
PS4.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I
So
think
we
it
were,
was the end of 2013.
yeah, so
Gosh,
that
that's
makes
crazy.
sense. We're still running with the 360s and the PS3s, so that's about right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are the couple I wanted to pop out that this day in history we got some pretty awesome launches.
history.
It is funny too because Mortal Kombat is like rebooted as Mortal Kombat 1.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was so close to the original launch date. It's cool.
Yeah. That is neat.
All right. Let's hand it over to the Lord Almighty.
All right. So I'm going with some past winners.
Some past winners,
And my-
winners.
Yeah, so I'm doing some odd Oktoberfest tournament style nonsense. But anyway, so the Greater Oregon winner, the Freem Oktoberfest, takes on the Portland area Oktoberfest.
Which one are we having first?
And I'm going to start with the Freem.
Frame.
What was the
Red River.
difference between a true Oktoberfest beer and a fest beer? Is it an Oktoberfest is like a licensing thing, and then a fest beer is
Actually, from what I kind of looked up, it's fest beer is a little bit lighter. The idea being they're able to pour / sell more at the Oktoberfest, but the actual Oktoberfest, the Marzen Lager, is actually supposed to be the true Oktoberfest beer that that was initially served back in the day. But yeah, just like anything else, fest beer is just kind of a lighter.
That and only certain
Um,
breweries are allowed to,
Oh, right. Kind of.
kind of. But
I mean, it's a little less enforced. I mean, it's not as strict as like tequila or champagne or anything like that. But because
so is there like a family that owns like the Oktoberfest licensing or something?
just all of Germany.
no, it's like 6 German brewers. I can't remember all of them. I've got one of them downstairs.
Spotten's one of them, right?
Yeah, Spaten, Polliner, and then the other 4, which I can't even remember their names, but I should know.
Gee, John, if you'd like to learn more about this, Nick posted a link on our Discord.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did
I'll
I?
check it out then.
Yeah, you posted that thing in the beer channel.
He
About,
didn't even
Oh,
know.
yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
the
Long time.
Oktoberfest.
I forget the stuff that I do. I mean,
That's okay.
Don't we
Uh,
all?
You're not
I'm
alone.
I'm gonna have some more
beer is.
forgetfulness here.
If I remember right, didn't the Octo beer win last week? Is that the one that won last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went up against much. And
Oh,
it
the
was probably
Zoigl
an
House
unpopular
one.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dave, was I wrong to think that you were drinking an Octo earlier?
Yeah, I got an Octo.
So Dave's kind of playing along.
Behind the times, that's me,
Yeah, I
Not
forgot
playing the
to,
latest video games, playing something that came out a while back.
John was asking me, like, do you guys do the beer swap anymore? It's like, no, we stopped doing that beer podcast. we should just stop being drunks.
Yeah.
Well,
we
some of
slowed
us.
down a little
Some
bit.
of us.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, anyway. Cool. All right. Well, enjoy that. Let us know if you have any change of feelings about the beers as we mosey on through this episode.
Alrighty.
All right. So Try Play Beat. It's our new kind of playlist, but one game that you've tried, one game that you're playing, and maybe one game that you beat this week. So I have one of each. Who has? Does anyone else have one of each?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Cool. Nick, no, not so
Was
much.
that?
Well, it depends on a couple of factors, but one of the factors would be this 6 square here.
Oh,
But
yeah. One of these days we have to like. I really wanted him to do that as a Aaron's Mobile Minute, but I don't know. He's just we're never gonna talk about this game.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jared.
well,
Oh,
I'm sure we'll get to it a lot quicker than God of War Ragnarok.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No kidding.
Jared, you kick it off. What is
So tried. Last night I purchased a Fisherman's Tale for my PlayStation VR 2,
Fisherman's?
and I tried that a little bit last
Ugh.
night. Got through a couple chapters.
Is that the one that
It's
has
a-
like the messes with perspective?
Yeah, perspective. It's you look outside of your building. It's a bigger version of where you are, and there's a little house inside your building that is everything smaller than you, and you have to solve puzzles based on where you take objects from and place objects and your perspective of what you're looking at. It's really
So at least
really
it's not a
interesting.
fishing game.
No, it's not a
No,
fishing.
no. There's not.
Though
The
Jared would
only
love
fish
that.
I've bumped into,
Yeah.
I
Only get
fed
higher
to another
marks.
fish, and yeah, it's really interesting. I'm really liking that. I'll probably jump more into that.
I just remember I
Um,
remember when they announced that game. I just remember it being, oh, that's really cool, kind of puzzle concept idea, kind of like subliminal. Isn't that the
Yeah.
kind of perspective game too that does the different sizes and anyway,
Oh yeah, where you set an object somewhere
Superliminal?
and
something like
yeah,
that.
superliminal. I think was it. Also, that game we got free on PlayStation Plus was Maquette.
Oh yeah.
That game was super fun. I liked the 3D aspect or the depth of that one as well. That was very very similar style. If you tried that,
So
Are
then I
you playing that
imagine-
on VR? Or are you...
yes.
I don't think you have to though, right? Is it only a VR game?
A Fisherman's Tale. Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, it's VR only.
Okay.
Did
It's on
they-
PSVR 1 and 2. And
I was
it's
gonna
probably
say
on
they
other
do a
platforms.
2 version because I know it's been out for a while.
Yeah, I bought the PS4 version on sale, and there was the upgrade was on sale to do the upgrade. I for some reason couldn't find it in the store just for buying the PS5 edition, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm really digging like puzzle aspect kind of stuff in VR. I really like. I don't need like fast in my face kind of action in VR. I like to just kind of take my time looking at stuff. You know me in games. Actually just sitting down and looking at stuff and
Oh, not
figuring
even
out
any
problems and
No walking.
no, it has that like you guide
How you gonna
yourself with your
travel the
thumb and
annals of
flick it out
time if
and-
you don't walk?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
That's the next game he's going to get. It's going down the annals of time.
Yeah, I've been in the last couple of days. I've been on a
Walking
VR kick.
simulator.
The game I actually beat was the Room VR, a Dark Matter. I beat that again because there was a PSVR 2 upgrade, so I went all the way through that again. I really adore that game. It's fantastic. Just really good puzzles, and you go inside of things. So I was in, like, you go inside of a grand piano and have to figure out how to get inside and fix it and get through it. And it's really interesting seeing that kind of stuff. Perspective stuff in VR is really awesome.
Right. Cool.
And playing, well, I think we're all going to get to that. So I'll just throw it out there that some of us have been playing a little bit of Red Dead Online together.
And someone finds it hilarious when he kills them.
Well, I didn't kill
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah, well, it's funny.
Yeah, true.
Ian posted a clip in our Discord of him blasting me with a cannon. I was just cannon fodder, and
That's the
because
kind
we
of
don't
shit
have
I
friendly
would
fire
do.
turned on.
Well, the
I
funny if you
went
if you
flying.
listen to the clip, it's funny. We're trying to shoot some guys, and he goes, "I'm gonna."
Yeah,
Jared says, "I'm gonna move up forward. Don't shoot me." So I instantly look
Plan.
down, and I see him move, and I don't actually shoot him. I just shoot next to him, and the explosion just sends him. It's hilarious. I found it so.
Yeah.
At the moment, I lost it. I was just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it cracked
we
me
got
up.
you pretty good.
because that is exactly the kind of shit I would pull. Don't shoot me, and then it's like, bam.
but
Well, yeah, it's like I don't know. It's something about that game. I've played a little bit of it when it first came out, and I was like, okay, cool. Nobody else was playing it. I just kind of put it away, and then I played with John and Ian, and I had tons of fun.
It's just
And
stupid.
then like
Yeah.
the day after that, or like last night or something, I jumped on and played for a little bit alone. Just like, nah, I don't want to play it alone. I just turned it off and jumped into my VR headset.
Cool. All right. Dave, how about you? Try play beat.
Oh, I'm on the try Red Dead Online. Haven't played it with you guys yet, but I finally got it to install. I forgot how long it takes to install from the
Hell
disc.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
geez.
must admit, I was quite surprised at like how it didn't look as good as I remembered it looking, if you know what I mean. Like the scenery still looks
It's
great, but
beautiful. Yeah.
the facial models and the character modeling just looked a little dated actually. And like, there's a bit where they're eating like food out of a thing, and it was just it reminded me actually of when Red Dead 2 came out. I think I went back and I played Red Dead 1 on the Xbox 360, and it was like, whoa, this is quite a jump there. And so I didn't do much more than just do the first kind of find the hideout, find the treasure type stuff. But looks like it's interesting. But I can kind of see Jared's point. It's like it's more fun when you're doing it with others.
Oh yeah, it's such a huge map. It's nice to have people to talk to.
Yeah.
Is your character more well put together than Jared's?
I haven't seen Jared's character, so I can't really
My eyes
comment
look
on that.
funny.
You're-
That was the whole character creation. To be quite
Yeah.
honest, it was like at least 50% of them just looked like they had like a big lump in the jaw, or like the.
Yeah.
I spent
it's
some
definitely-
time on mine. I think my character looks pretty good. So,
Mine's 60 years old.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Jared's
I
character
just
looks
need
like he
some
got
rad shades or something.
Jared's character looked like she got blown up by a cannon.
Overbaked.
It's like boom.
Yeah. And a bandana.
Oh man.
And played and beat anything, Dave?
Oh, I've been playing more Rocket League.
Of course.
Nice.
That's a game I'm
Did you
on
beat anybody?
right now. I'm getting decent at it, I feel like, but it really is like who you're playing with. Like sometimes you play with three aside and everyone just goes after the ball, and then other times you've got like, no one goes after the ball, and it's really quite surprising and variable as to who you get. And then what gets me about that game, to be quite honest, though, is the number of quitters who, like, they go 2-0 down and they've got 3 minutes left and they're voting to quit. And then if they don't win the vote, they just leave the controller there and time out. And it's just like, that's no fun. It's kind of sucky like that in some respects.
What mode do you play the most? Like 3, 2, 1, single?
It's just usually 3 or 2, 2-on-2 or 3-on-3, depending on. I just have them both switched on, and it's whatever it
Oh, so you just
puts
randomly.
me on.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I switch back and forth between. It's kind of a different game with the two modes. And it's
Great.
funny how like you get some people who really know you get people who are like way above your skill level, and then you get people who are way below you.
Right.
So, no, but that's cool. And then on the beat list, I beat Saints Row.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Finished the story. It's kind of I didn't like the final mission particularly. It was kind of just a meh. But the game was fun. It was fun to wander around. The world, it was kind of like the world felt a little too big. It was kind of empty, if you know what I mean. They tried to fill it with take photos of stuff and find the treasure quests, but it was just a little. It felt a little half finished, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was a fun game. I mean, they really had spent some time on the character creator and the outfits and all the rest of it. I mean, they could have done a bit more with the outfits and stuff, but I did actually find myself changing the outfits that my character was wearing from time to time, and like the guns and all the rest of it. It's funny. It's like I was 3/4 of the way through the game before I figured, oh, you can upgrade your weapons.
Yeah.
I only found that in passing, and it was like, oh, this game wasn't that hard without the upgraded weapons. The upgraded weapons made it kind of simple, but
It's definitely a game of its time that didn't age well, and they didn't really move it forward. It's just the same exact game that that game hasn't matured in any way. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't necessarily want it to mature, but by the same token, the writing was okay, but it wasn't like fantastic. You know, if it had had a great plot and great writing, it would have made up for a lot of the game's shortcomings. But it was just
I don't think it's ever had that though.
no. The writing wasn't bad, but it was kind of like I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's definitely worth a play. I would have been disappointed if I'd have paid $70 for it though on release or whatever.
I tried to play it with Matt when he got it. Well, I wasn't. I bought it on
You
release.
bought it on release.
But I bought all the Saints Row games, at least after 3. So
So yeah, that's pretty much my my lot. I mean, I would recommend taking Saints Row for a spin.
Yeah, we got
mean,
it for
if-
free on PS Plus.
Even if you don't have it for free, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's still a fun game for $20.
for sure.
If you've played the others and you like it, it's not too far from those.
Yeah, I'll probably try it someday. I liked 3 and 4 and 2. 2 was great.
There's another actual ending too. I mean, I know technically you've beaten the game, but if you do continue to earn money and then you do build the Saints Row Tower, it gives you another ending. It's kind of
Yeah, I was kind of at that point when I beat it. I'm like,
it's kind of a
I've-
grind.
I didn't feel I'd played it enough, and I was like, I wonder if the platinum, whether I should go for the platinum in this game. And then I was like, I looked at a couple of the trophies I was missing, and I was like, nah, that doesn't sound fun. But by the same token, I didn't feel like I was quite done with it. So anyway, that's my list.
All right, Nick.
So I'm not sure if this will actually qualify as a try or a play, and I'm gonna try and be as very vague as possible since it's for something
Oh, we're
else,
waiting for
but,
Aaron, huh?
Yeah. But I mean, you already know what I'm talking about, and I hate being vague, but
We can talk about it.
it's
Was it a mobile game?
We can talk about it. I mean, he can still do his mobile minute on it. I mean, the funny thing is too is he's played the least amount of it. I mean, we are all in our level 20s. I mean, it's not like we're like
yeah.
barely
Oh,
playing
damn.
the game. We've been. It's not like
I think
we're like playing the game. He's
like
like
I think Jared's on level 30.
yeah, Jared's like fucking
Yeah, I hit level 30 today.
yeah. See, I'm
Yeah.
like 20.
When we got together today, Jared was like tapping his phone half the time we were
Yeah.
together.
I pulled it out like 3 times, something like that, during the whole time we were together.
Would you move to like a different spot, and then maybe you could access some stuff that you couldn't in your other spot?
Yeah. I mean, it switches. You can zoom out on your map and see where everything is. That's neat.
I would
So,
say,
yeah.
Nick, he did not play it that much. Dave's
It's a quick game.
over-exaggerating.
Once you get to a location and you sit down and you pull it out, you do it really quickly, and then it's over until you move a location
Yeah.
again. You don't. I mean, you can maybe if
Yeah.
you got at the beginning of the location and then it refreshed and you got some more monsters, but really,
Yeah, you only really have to play it for a couple minutes at a time. Sometimes not even that much if there's like no big monsters in the area. But one thing that's cool about it, which I
And by the
showed
way, we
John
haven't announced the
today,
name of the game yet, but
Monster Hunter Now.
yeah.
But there's like caches where you have to like tap on like a plant or a geode of some type, and you have to keep tapping it to get the resources. But one thing I showed John today is wherever that is, it'll show like a graphic of a business that it's right next to. So it's kind of funny. It's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
showing it kind of takes place in the world, but that's the only thing that is like AR, but it's not even AR. It's just a picture of something that might happen to be in that part of the map.
Well, I don't know about yours, but like the outline of my house is accurate.
Yeah. It definitely uses it knows where I am.
Yeah.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can walk down trails and all that stuff.
The only danger I see is that it makes the railroad that goes right by my house. It looks like another road.
Well, every time you turn the game on, it's like, make sure you're in a safe spot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can't use it when you're in a car, which is
Yeah,
also
once
crazy.
you're going
which is-
15 miles an hour, it turns it off.
Yeah, it turns it off.
pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Irritates me a little bit because I'm about to get some get a little something, and then Brandy's driving too fast, and it's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
It is
That's
funny
funny.
because like I've stuck with this one way longer. I mean, it's by Niantic, the same company that did Pokemon Go, and I tried Pokemon Go for a little bit, but like I don't know. I guess because I'm a big Monster Hunter fan, that this is
Yeah.
kind of this.
That's why I'm playing it.
It's this weird grind for like nothing really. You're basically grinding for armor and weapons.
Yeah, it feels kind of repetitive, and I don't know if maybe I haven't explored enough to, because I never played any of the Monster Hunter series, so I don't
Yeah.
know if this is any related in any way other than in name only. But
So
I'm
so
not sure
basically,
if I'm.
well, I mean, the monsters and the armor and the weapons that you're grinding for, that's all Monster Hunter. But the way they water down the fighting combat in this game is what
Yeah.
Monster Hunter is about. So like the actual combat in Monster Hunter is the crazy part, but they're just reducing it to
That's-
tapping, which that's not how it is in the game. The
Oh,
game
it's
is like
much more complicated.
it's way more complicated.
And that's the other thing. It's like I still haven't figured out if like where I tap is
No.
um
I don't think
Okay.
so. I mean, there's
Yeah,
different.
you can tap.
Like,
Just tap on it.
You tap or you
It's
tap.
Well,
not
'cause,
gonna
I mean,
attack
there was-
anywhere different.
I mean, if you tap and hold, then it'll do the charge attack. It'll like do a more powerful attack,
Or hold your shield up.
or hold your shield up, and then the swiping, obviously, and you can swipe up or
Right,
down, and it'll
dodge.
roll you forward or roll you back.
Oh, okay. Oh, that I didn't even know yet.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. And
Oh,
all
that's something.
the art assets of the monsters look like they're straight out of Monster Hunter World, so it's very familiar for anybody that jumped in at that point.
but really, it's just a thing to get you to walk around and tap.
Walk around,
Probably
tap,
the
pay attention
yeah.
to what you're doing, and then you get run over.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the mobile game I've probably played most out of all mobile games I've ever played.
Yeah, and you're like the highest level out of the four of us.
Yeah. And so we can move on from Monster Hunter now. Nick, you did something. It's taken a couple minutes, but you did something.
Back
You
in
did the
28.
thing?
Well,
back
first
in
of all,
tw-
I just wanted to ask Jared one more thing. It's like, have you
Oh,
gotten into the
okay.
habit to where you're playing at work, and the first thing you do when you park your truck is you whip out your phone and kind of search around for
Depends
stuff?
on how busy the day is. If it's a really
Okay.
busy day, no, not very often, but yeah.
Okay.
Dude, go
On
to
slower
schools.
days.
Schools seem to have just a shit ton of creatures. Like they just know that for some reason there's just a shit ton of
A
creatures.
bunch
at
of
school.
monsters there, yeah.
Like it's funny.
Yeah, and then you can play the game there too.
Wah wah. Annals of time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wish I was back in school. But anyway, so I guess Jared is pushing me into the beat part of the list.
Did you
Yeah,
play?
why not?
Well,
You
would
did
no wait.
something.
So wait, Monster Hunter Now is the try, or the play, or the
No,
both.
that was the play. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming a game that we put under the try category is a game that we tried and then we gave up on. And
Or you just started and you haven't
oh,
furthered it. Like Dave played Red Dead Online for like what, an hour or something.
Yeah, maybe that.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think Monster Hunter now. I've
Yeah,
actually since I've
yeah.
been playing for a good couple
Gotcha.
weeks now. It's
That's
Yeah.
true. We have been.
it's well into the play,
The
and
play.
there is no try. But yeah. So in going with the whole Tarantino version of the God of War Nordic story, I've beat the 2018 version of God of War. In fact, I did it this morning at 1:00.
He did it.
Yay!
He did it.
So
He broke that
now I
neck.
can. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, I was kind of surprised that I was at the end, just because.
So now it makes sense,
I thought
right?
I-
All the stuff in the other game.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I still think it's kind of fun, just kind of doing a story this way.
Right.
I mean, I could have done it better, I suppose, but no, this is fun because it was still yeah, you're seeing characters, and then you go back, and then you kind of learn
Right.
some of the backstories and
Yeah.
stuff. And now I know why Freya was attacking
Pretty pissed.
everybody like
Right.
at the very beginning of the game, and
Yeah.
um, so no, I mean it's kind of fun to kind of tie it together, like instead of just doing the whole chronological type thing, to just like go forward, go back, kind of go forward, go back again, and
Are you gonna
or now,
go right back into Ragnarok, or are you gonna go finish? Just because there's some stuff in 2018, like the the
yeah,
wing,
the
what are
Valkyries.
the Valkyries and stuff? You gonna do any of that? Or are you just gonna like move right into the
I, I
sequel?
I tried doing one of those, and I just got my ass handed
Yeah,
to me,
hard.
and I even looked it up, and it's like saying I should be at a level that I'm not even at yet. So, um, I mean, I'll probably go back. I mean, at the very least, I'll just go back and try to max out the axe and the blades.
Isn't there
And
another dragon too, or something?
Like
oh yeah,
4
one more.
dragons or something,
Yeah.
5 dragons. So, yeah, something.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
I've only freed 2 of them so far.
That's all I did. I didn't do the
Um,
Valkyries.
I don't know. We'll see, but yeah, I'll probably jump back into Ragnarok just to get that done and over with, and then when I want to go back and do the chores, I will.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet.
So,
Awesome. There you go.
I'm getting there.
Getting there. Get it done. All right, John. How about you?
Well, I tried Saint Rose,
Saint Rose.
Saint Rose.
and I also tried Sniper Contracts too.
Dude, only one. You can only pick one, man. This is one of
only
each.
pick one.
Come on.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, I tried Saint Row, and I did play it for like 30 minutes, and then I just turned off. I got through the intro mission, um, but it was just I just found it kind of boring, and then just I remember in Saint Rose 3 when you were attacking the bank and the bank vault, like that was way more engaging. How the camera kept shifting around and your character kept fumbling with the vault. And then that was way more interesting than compared to the opening of this new one. And then I think the character customization is pretty incredible for a kind of a GTA clone. But then to see how much time they spent just on the customization, but then they didn't really spend that much time on other aspects of the game is kind of weird. Like they obviously knew the customization was really popular, but then either they ran out of time or they just didn't care as much for the other detail work with different parts of the game.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The vehicles are really uninspired in that game.
They're all the same vehicles from the last game. Like,
Yeah.
They didn't really do anything.
And I was actually listening to a YouTube video on Saints Row that talked about the development, and it just sounded like even they had a hard. Uh, what was the name of the developer?
Volition.
Volition. They had they even had a hard time of where to take the story other than just to retread the same ground of a gang who goes from the streets to becoming a pop culture icons. And so that was kind of weird as well. It's like, really, guys had it. You guys had issues with the story itself, like you weren't sure which I can understand not being sure the direction you wanted to take, but essentially to retread the same ground that the other games were based on. Because that was kind of the fun part of the older Saints Row was to see this organic thing happen where they thought, well, what's the best way to make this more outrageous? Oh, what if they became pop culture figures and they actually became a brand? Like that would be funny. And so it's weird to see how they were like, what do we do? Well, let's start with this low street gang that becomes a pop culture brand. We already did that. Okay, well, what if they're a low street gang and then they work their way up to become a brand? And, so it just seemed like they kept coming to the same
It's just
conclusion
the
over and over
rehash,
again.
right? Honestly, I don't think the story's strong in any of the games. I think what's strong in the third one and makes the third one work so well is that in the separate missions, the way they're written is fun, but has nothing to do with the story, because the story is just that. It's a street gang that becomes this big street gang and
Yep.
a brand. But those fun missions where like you're driving around and they're like singing "What I Got" or whatever, like they're just like these fun missions that are funny and they're interacting with each other, and that's what makes the game memorable and fun. The story is ultimately just stupid, like it, right? So like it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And I feel like that's when I think of poor writing, is like it's just that the conversation and the fun stuff that makes it Saints Row isn't there. The story is I could care less because no one cares about that, you know. I mean,
Gotcha.
the fourth
Yeah,
game
they
was
could
kind of
make the
garbage anyway
wildest
too, because like they were
story, but-
huge and you become the president of the United States and then aliens attack. I mean, that game's kind of trash too, really, in comparison to 3. So like it is a letdown, but I guess I knew what I was getting myself into. But I agree that the writing is just, it's not the same fun Saints Row team, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's missing that fun spark that the others had.
Well,
mean,
that team
even
is no
for-
longer.
Yeah, they're no longer too, yeah.
They've been disbanded.
And I imagine they were having issues, you know, I mean, there's just been a lot of, you know, money issues with all that going on. So I'm sure that that team was under a lot of stress and they tried.
Be interesting to see where they go, because I mean, all those people are probably gonna. At least a lot of the lead teams will create new businesses or development studios and so on and so forth. It'll be interesting to see if they try to do their own version of Saints Row.
I doubt it. They probably should have like not done Saints Row and they should have made another Red Faction, but
Yeah.
and
So then I didn't beat anything, but then I played Red Dead Online, and
been
so I
grinding
played-
it out.
yeah, I'm not paying them a fucking cent, that's for sure. I already bought the game 3 times over. They got my money. So but the I don't know what's I've played the online before and I kind of just dropped it because it's just kind of boring to me. But this time I've been having a good enough time just being by myself playing. Because at first I thought the free roam missions were kind of basic, but then once you start doing the blood missions, it's more interesting. The missions are just more. There's more texture to the missions other than just like go rescue this wagon.
And so many cutscenes for him too. I didn't realize how much
Yeah.
like, just they actually made cuts. Like there's like a whole nother. There's a lot of story and cutscenes in that
A lot of
online.
voice acting.
When you
yeah.
get
I must
into it.
admit, like the first few minutes, I was like, "Wow, this is more cutscene than I was
Oh,
expecting
well,
for
that's-
the online."
But the blood missions, blood money missions I'm talking about, that's separate from the story. So I'm not even doing the story stuff. Like I'd rather do the story stuff, I guess, because with the story missions you have to posse up. Or
Well, no, but
you
like
have to.
well, like the blood missions, but like also like the bounty hunting stuff, like how
Oh, yeah.
crazy. So like today when I was doing that legendary thing about the cultists, it's like it was like crazy, like the cutscene and then like the amount of dialogue as I enter into the cave to fight this guy is just it's like wow, that's a lot going on here actually. So, and then just getting my ass kicked because it's a fucking legendary bounty. Like fuck this, but that's a whole nother. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think they added a lot more content to it than way back when the game launched.
Yes, that's true. That's what I've heard. But
they're
yeah,
also done.
supposedly, well, but then I posted on the Discord. There's a weird glitch that if you take your horse into stables, the game
Oh yeah,
kind of it doesn't freeze, but you're pretty much stuck.
Mhm.
So then you have to pretty much quit the game and reset. So I sent a screenshot to the Discord group just to let you guys know that there was a glitch happening. And I had mentioned the glitch previously, but I didn't understand what was happening until I sent that screenshot. But apparently in the post, they said that they're working on it. So they're not
I doubt it.
like maybe they're done, but they may not be done. I mean,
We'll see.
Or
was-
like every time you complete a mission, you see 2 of yourself standing next to yourself.
Well,
yeah,
there's that.
yeah,
That's so
yeah,
funny.
yeah. That was hilarious.
Well, I had been
Yeah.
going into the stables like I would just walk in by myself, so I never had the glitch.
Mhm.
But then when you posted that, so like last night I like just walked in on my horse to see what would happen, and you're right, it just froze right up, and I was just like, holy shit! And they're allowing this? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
your
this-
character just walks into your horse like forever.
No, I walked in and it just froze.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just
My
fucking.
character gets stuck in like a walking animation,
Oh,
and I
no.
can't I can still access the map if I hold down the map button, but
No, mine straight up just froze.
But Red Dead Online, the clothes are fun. It was sick to see the photo you posted of just you, Jared, and myself just staying
Posse'd up.
together. Yeah. So it has its moments for sure. I think the single player is a good time waster. I mean, I thought it was funny how you needed to take a break from the chess game you're playing in Baldur's Gate to play something stupid like Red Dead Online. And I think that's a good summation.
It's it's like similar. It's like up there with like Saints Row. It's just like this like brain kind of mindless fun. That's what I kind of think of it as. But it's good to it's fun to like hang out and like run around on horses together and shoot shit, run into signs and kill myself. It's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Realistic.
there
man.
are some shit where I'm just like, this game is trash, and I'm just like, fuck this game. Like, I don't understand why tomahawks are one-hit kills, man. Like, fuck that shit. Like, I don't understand why you can. I hate that. Anyway, there's a lot of shit.
Take 15 bullets to the heart and
One tomahawk
live,
to the
and
head.
then one tomahawk hit, you're dead.
It sucks. Anyway.
Is the game pretty busy at all? Red
Oh
Dead
yeah,
Online?
there's a lot of
When
people.
I was in there just
it's always
yesterday,
people,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
It's
there's-
crazy too
The
because
whole
like
city was getting shot.
I'm
up.
like level 14. John's like what 20 something, 20 now.
I'm 20, 21.
Yeah.
You can start fishing at level 14, Ian.
whew.
Get on it.
Woo. But there's people that have like level 700 and shit, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's like all they're doing. It's like
Wow.
holy fuck.
I don't even know
How
because the
you-
game tops out at level 100, and even then around level 50 is like pretty much when you get the vast majority. Like, if anything, level 51 over, you maybe get like 10 to 20% more stuff. So you pretty much get the vast majority of everything once you hit level 50.
So what keeps these people playing? It's like they just love it. I don't know. It's just crazy. They just like killing people, I guess. I mean, there's another thing I need to cut. So I was waiting for John to load up a thing, and these load up a mission, and I'm just hanging out, and these two riders roll up on me, and then they go from blue to red to hostile, and they fucking lassoed me, tied me up, put me on the other person's horse, and rode off with me. And I'm like, John, you need to like load up this fucking thing. And so I'm like struggling to get
Kill your
off.
father.
So and then I do get out, and I start shooting him up, but then the other guy comes back and lassos me again. And it's just like, oh fuck. Anyway, it was pretty funny.
Well, we
I
were
heard
waiting for him to load a mission at a railroad station, and like a wagon starts rolling by, and then all of a sudden it's on top of the railroad station.
The game is so jank.
It's pretty messed up.
It's like Bethesda quality almost. Like
Yeah.
it's got some weird shit that goes on in it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun.
Those
There's
fun
all the jank.
glitches.
Yeah, there's fun jank.
Oh, that happened to you too, though, John. And like you were right in
No,
the...
it wasn't a glitch. I just
No,
wasn't
you-
paying attention.
You weren't paying
and
attention,
I
and he
went over a
went-
short cliff.
Yeah,
And my
oops.
horses, we were escorting wagons, and I had one. I was right outside Rhodes, and I went down a ditch, and my horses died, so the wagon was ruined.
So it's just like
And
the
then
funny,
Ian-
stupid shit. So I'm
And I was
riding
way
by.
ahead of Ian, so I was just like, "Oh, you'll see it when you pass by Ian." And Ian like finally sees it and just starts laughing as he's riding into Rhodes.
Yeah,
It's funny shit
classic.
like that.
No sympathy.
Cool.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, I tried that. So one of the free games we got this month is Weird West. So I tried that, which is actually a pretty cool game. It's a
Yeah.
action RPG, and I played like an hour of it, and I was actually pretty impressed. So
Pretty
not
neat
gonna-
art style.
yeah, the art style's cool, but just the game and like I don't know, it's I don't know what to say about it, but it has like dialogue choices, and you can do it's just an RPG.
They encourage you that you can kill anybody. So
Yeah.
if you think they in their loading screens they'll say like you can kill main characters, and the game will just figure it out. So they almost encourage you to just like kill everyone and see how the game can progress.
So
if
it's
you
kind
wanted
of like
to.
a little Baldur's Gate, but the combat is action oriented and not turn based. So I'm definitely going to give it. I'm not going to play it right now. I'm putting that aside, but I'm definitely going to revisit it once I finish Baldur's Gate because I was pretty. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I'm gonna continue on with that and get more deeper into that at some point. And then we've talked about Red Dead ad nauseum, but it's been a lot of fun to kind of fuck around with that game, and I hope Dave jumps in because then we can have four player posse.
Hell yeah.
Wreck some shit up.
That'd be fun, yeah.
Get some cool content.
Are you doing chat in the game or are you doing it outside of the game?
We do party chat outside of the game.
Party chat, okay.
So that'll be fun to posse up and fuck around. And then I beat. What did I beat?
Did you beat anything?
I have beat some stuff. Did I talk about? Oh, so I beat actually two things, but we'll talk about.
Oh yeah, you did.
Inertia Drift. I beat it once before on PS4. It's an indie drifting racing game that I love, and I got it for PS4 way back. And then they did a free PS5 upgrade, which I wasn't expecting at all. It's like, because like indie games they don't usually do that shit. So like, but the reason I decided to play it is because the DLC for it was like $4.99 or something. So it was cheap. It was on sale on like the Play Extra or whatever thing on PSN. So I got the DLC for that, and then I started playing it again, and it's a really kind of a cool, like different kind of driving mechanic. It uses both sticks for drifting, and it's kind of you steer with one stick, but then you can change the angle of your drift with the other stick, and so it does this kind of, it's just this really kind of cool mechanic that I really kind of fell in love with. So I beat that again. Yeah, so super fun game. It has a really cool art style, some good music, and
yeah, I remember watching you play it. Inertial Drift.
Yeah. So there we go. And look who joined us.
Hello, Aaron.
Hi. We're still dealing with the baby putting down right now. She's
Baby.
the witching hour. The witching hour is real.
Not the
This is why I
glitching
have-
hour.
The glitching hour.
Yeah, I thought he said the
Right.
glitching hour. Well, that's when you guys
It's-
play Red Dead.
Yeah.
You check. That's a funny one.
Well, Aaron, since you made it just in time, do you have a try, a play, or a beat, or all three, or none at all?
I have a try and a play actually.
All right.
I decided to take a break from God of War Ragnarok to play a little game that our esteemed friend Ian bought us last Christmas. Back for Blood for the PS5.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had kind of low expectations to that game just because I loved Left 4 Dead and pretty much a copy and paste of that, but I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw so far. I mean, the graphics were really good for a game like it type. The whole generating certain things happening at once was really spot on. I feel like there was more options than the original Left 4 Dead. Like there was sub options within options, like guns, armor. So I remember you couldn't really get body armor in one game, or it was barely anything. But and there's also perks you can get. It's like basically if someone did Left 4 Dead and Call of Duty had a baby, pretty much. But it
Aren't the
took more of the
perks
Left
in
4
card form?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they did a really good job at actually doing that whole. It is the best. I feel like it's definitely Left 4 Dead 2.0, honestly.
Well, it's the same team, so.
Yeah, but they did a much better job of that with more power because for PS1. I was like I said, a little iffy about it since I really liked Left 4 Dead, but they did. It felt really good.
So I don't know if I heard you correctly. Did you say it's a Left 4 Dead 2.0?
Yes.
Or 3.0.
3.0.
3.0. Sorry,
Yeah,
3.0.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
3.0.
I was thinking about that too, Nick. I gotcha.
Okay.
Well, I played Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, so I kind of counted those two as kind of like one because I feel like it was a continuation of Left 4 Dead. Like it wasn't really a solid sequel. Like
Maybe 2.5 then.
Yeah, but it was definitely better than the other two because it looked fresh. It looked more fun, and it was. It wasn't as silly of talk and stuff like that, but it just felt more fun than
And
other
technically,
games.
it's free to play.
Yeah, this is true. But anyway, so that's my try, and well, obviously right now, still God of War Ragnarok I'm playing. It was a brief break from that, but I killed Heimdall, and Tyr killed Brock, and now they're
Spoilers.
trying to.
Ah.
Oh
But it wasn't tier.
At least
yeah,
Spoilers.
he knows. So
spoilers.
says the guys who beat it.
Well, Nick hasn't beat it yet.
Did
Well,
you
he
see that
knew.
Nick
He knew,
beat
though.
God of War from 2018?
He beat the first one finally.
You see that, Aaron? He beat it.
I saw that. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic game. That's like, I think that was our game of the year when we all played it. It was a fantastic game.
Mhm.
It was
No.
Nostra Aaron because that's like the game that like they finally brought RPG elements to the game.
Yep, and they did a fucking fantastic job of doing it because it didn't feel too. It was definitely much needed for that game because previous ones, they were good. I mean, the graphics were getting better each game, but it just felt It just felt like the perfect storm of that one. And this one did a really good job. Is doing a great job at the whole story aspect. I don't know what's going to happen next.
I
I've
do.
been trying to get my friend
You know you did.
Sal to play. I don't know if I'm selling it hard enough.
That's his problem.
Yeah.
Well, as we continue to travel through the annals of time, are you up for a Aaron's Mobile Minute?
So
a minute of mobile. I think you
I was
broke out
actually
there,
thinking
Ian.
us. Here's the thing. I was thinking about that when I was trying to help put my little girl down, and I think we need to do a special one because I believe Ian, Jared, and Nick have all played the game I'm thinking about, and I think instead we should do a minute discussion about said game.
I
What
think.
they think
Well,
about
maybe
it.
after you do your fucking Mobile Minute, buddy.
Or maybe your powers combined can set a new mobile minute record.
Yeah. We'll be
I
the
think-
Captain Planet of mobile minutes.
I love this. It's wonderful, but we still need. Here's the thing,
All right.
Aaron, because we weren't sure you were going to come on tonight, so we let
Yeah,
Nick
yeah.
for his play choose Monster
Okay.
Hunter now. So we have
Okay.
talked about it a little bit, but we were
Okay,
still
all right.
hoping that you would do your
Okay.
Aaron's
All right.
Mobile Minute.
I was trying to do it in very vague terms, and
All right.
somehow the dam
we
just
learned-
broke.
Yeah, then we
Burst.
just all.
Well, because fucking Jared is fucking mainlining the game, so
I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get through the story, man. See if you can actually beat a mobile game.
Jared's deep in the annals of time.
Yeah.
Annals of
elbow
Monsters
deep.
anyway.
To be fair, Monster Hunter, can you really beat it? But anyway, no, All right, yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Where's the clock? Where's
All
the
right,
questions?
John, let me know when you're ready, and I'll hit the start button once you.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, go now.
Name,
Monster Hunter now.
single,
Yeah, but yes,
multiplayer,
yes.
genre,
Action,
advertising or word of mouth?
word of mouth, and advertising.
Like music?
Yes.
Like the graphics?
Oh yeah.
Time played?
About an hour or so.
Keep playing?
Yeah.
Who would you recommend?
Everybody on the couch.
1 out of 5 rating?
5 out of 5.
Have a story?
Yes.
Do you like the story?
Yes.
Beginner friendly?
Yes.
Skill based?
Not really.
Much more so later.
Microtransactions?
Yes.
Like the microtransactions?
Boop! It's done.
No.
All done.
I don't. What do you? So like, there's microtransactions. What does all that shit do though? I don't understand what that shit
It's
does.
just like potions and
Just
some
potions
things that
But what are the gems
broaden your
for?
radius.
What are the gems? Is that what the gems do?
Gems?
Yeah, go to the
Oh.
store. There's like gems and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
what is that for?
There's like if there's like at the end of each battle that you've done with one of the big hunts, you can multiply your
Well, no, that's the
like,
blue currency.
scrap
But then there's
That's the
gems.
these gems. Like if you go to the store, there's like this other currency that
Huh.
I'm like,
Maybe
don't know.
that's as you get farther, because I'm just starting to get to like 4-star monsters, and
you're way
I
ahead of
have to
me.
grind a little bit. It really slows down once you get past the 3-star monsters, because
I-
I've actually been running out of time trying to defeat a lot of these monsters because my weapons aren't powerful enough, and my armor isn't powerful enough either because I'm dying in one hit. If I,
Jeez.
The grind
yeah,
is
so
real.
it's at the grindy part.
Well,
I've been
maybe-
running that issue with certain
ridiculous.
weapons that
I've only been using a sword and shield. I don't know. I don't like a lot of the other weapons yet.
I haven't even found any other weapons yet. All I found are like the specialty weapons, like the 3 ones you get from like those first bosses, the Jogris and the Barrett and the Pookie Pookie, wherever that one is. But that's all I've seen so far. I ran my first 2-star today. Talk about a pain in the ass. Not hard, just a pain. Because it's forever. No, it's a fun game though. I really dig it. It's definitely
I don't think
Pokemon Go, but easier.
I don't think any of the battles are more than a minute. If you can't do it in a minute, you fail. Like even the 4-star ones, 1 minute. So
Right.
you can play this game in very short stints, and then there's nothing around you unless you start walking around.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to do, especially with. Well, no, it's not that hard. Just do it.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you're just hanging out in your house, you maybe boot the game up every 10 minutes or something. There might be resources
Something.
that pop back up. Maybe a
Exactly.
monster, but
or go
that's
for a
about
walk
it.
around your neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
True. That's a fun game. I definitely recommend it to everybody. You guys already got to play it, so
Yeah,
especially anybody
yeah,
like you guys.
We've talked plenty about it, but if you have any very specific things you want to throw at it, go for it.
It was funny because I was taking a shit. And I was checking my emails, and it's like I got the
You
email.
weren't drinking a beer, were you?
I wasn't, unfortunately. But I was reading an
Of course
email,
not.
and the email was for this game. And they had emailed me. It's like, oh, Monster Hunter Now is out. And I'm like, what? And so I went download it, and it's like, shit. And then I think I messaged Jared on the Discord right then. While I'm taking
I
a shit.
saw it.
Jared, you should.
Funny. It's funny. I heard you guys talking about it, and I saw it on my Instagram. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try.
Anyway, it's another mindless thing. All right.
Mindless fun.
That's the Aaron's Mobile Minute. And
Yeah.
let's see what the Lord, the Beerstro, where are we at on the beers? Who's winning this one? What are our opinions of these 2 beers? These winners, these champions.
It's the champion battles.
I don't know.
Oh man,
You have to have more to
that's
I
some
actually-
quality beer
I-
there.
I had to run down and grab a second frame because it's just like, I don't know. This is kind of too close to tell for me.
Uh-oh.
What are the beers again?
It's Frames Oktoberfest versus the Woodmar Octo. Basically, I just took basically the 2 winners from the previous weeks, and
It's a David versus Goliath story here.
Oh boy.
Indie
I would pick Frem.
versus big corporation.
I'd go with the Frem, honestly, but also I'm kind of partial to Frem since their brewery is amazing and their beer and food is epic.
yeah, but I don't know. It's like I have a little bit of a bias towards Octo just because it was like the first one I've ever had, and
Touche.
it's I guess I'm trying to fight through that. I'm not. Well, I mean, it's not fighting through the bias because I still think it's a good beer, and it's
David,
Oh,
you
yeah.
had
beer I
David, you
always
had the
put-
frame Octo?
No, I this is the first October best beer I've
Call
had
up-
this year.
Call a friend, Nick. Use a lifeline.
Use the lifeline. Well, I know that Dave's
Yeah.
drinking the Octo or
Exactly.
did, so I was just curious if he had
mean-
he had tried both of them, if he had an opinion. But
Yep.
I've only had the Octo.
It's
Yeah,
been a while.
I've had both. I mean, I think I just personally am more of a Frem person just because it's yummy, yummy in my tummy. And Octo's good, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I don't know. But this is personally me, so.
We need a winner, Nick.
You
Are they
need to choose.
pretty similar? Or are they? How do you feel about
I
them?
mean, they're yes, but no. There's just some flavors in this this Oktoberfest lager and the great thing is, I mean, it's very light compared to some of the Oktoberfest beers that I've had in the past. So that one always, I mean, it doesn't throw me, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, I see something this light, I don't really expect a whole lot. And so kind of like what I get out of it is, I think I'm going to give it to Frame.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
Frame.
Oh, Oos.
Another
Go
monster
Frank.
slain.
Little
Mhm.
guy took down big Cobra.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
next
I think
week's beer.
Whitmer just got sold off to a different distribution or owner.
Yep.
Yeah, didn't they get
Yeah.
sold to
Canadian Weed
Canada?
Company.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Cannabis company. Yeah.
Well, they also
So,
do spirits. They're
Yeah.
actually in a lot of other things, but yes, we come.
Yeah. That's
And they actually own, I think, another brewery or two.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm.
And 10 Barrel went with that. A bunch of other breweries and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, let's move on to the couch co-optionals and get the fuck out of here.
Well, where did you want me to read the back
Oh.
of the box trivia?
Well, I think we do that at the very end, right?
Yeah?
Is that the very
Is
end?
it?
Yep,
Yeah, 'cause
that's
it's-
after.
Oh, here's the other
Wait,
question.
did you
I
say
was.
what you were
Yeah,
playing?
yeah.
Did
Here's-
you say what you were playing, Ian? I think you just said what you tried.
I tried Weird West. I played Red Dead, and I beat Inertial Drift.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
okay.
go.
Okay.
So the trip. Are we? So here's the thing. That's why I kind of. We can do back of the box today.
Whichever.
No, but what I was saying was like maybe we should rotate different ideas. Like
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like
instead of having both
not
of
just lift their idea solely, even though we
Yeah.
lifted, DLC's.
Come on,
thing,
how many
but-
ideas are original now, huh?
you know what's funny is like we did that top 3 worst controllers last week, and then I was listening to Get Played this week, and they did a tier list on controllers, and it's just like, yeah, none of this shit's everything's stolen. But I thought it'd be funny if like you could just like if you described a cover to a video game, and then we had to like guess what that cover of what the game.
Well, yeah, what I was going to do is just read all the words that were on the back
Okay,
of the
so-
box.
yeah.
You know, that's what that is.
but we could like
Let's
try
see if we
different
can
things.
guess what the game
May
is.
cause
Exactly.
epilepsy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Get Played
Maybe
has
not those descriptors.
Get Played has one where they like read like really bad Metacritic reviews, and then you have to guess the game from the review. Anyway, it's kind of funny. All right. Couch co-optional, Jared. What do you got?
Well, I watched the first available season 2 of Loki is out,
Nice.
episode 1. I loved season 1 of Loki, so I'm excited to see where season 2 goes, and I really enjoyed that first episode.
You know what's funny? I feel like it's been pretty quiet from Marvel. It's weird to like, oh, there's some more Marvel stuff. Like we were just getting like inundated with
drop it.
it, and now it's been like, it seems like it's been a while.
Yeah, right after that, I decided to watch an episode of Secret Invasion, that Nick Fury one.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm ready for more Marvel stuff. I backed off on that quite a bit.
Well, they're
and,
being smart though. I feel
I'm
like
ready
they're
to get back in.
Cool.
I feel like they're being smart. They're not as dropping as much not bullshit, but like they're not like jamming it down our throat as much. I just heard about them dropping a season 2 of Moon Knight coming out actually just today. I'm like,
Huh.
there's gonna be a season 2 of that? I mean, it's a great show.
Interesting.
It just
Yeah, I liked it.
I'm liking it. Dig it.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
I watched those the Roald Dahl shorts
Oh.
on Netflix by Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
And I can't stand Wes Anderson.
Huh.
And I really, really enjoyed these shorts. I thought they were like normally I find that style is just way too much for an hour and a half. But these are like 17 minutes each, and the way that
17 minutes each for an hour and a half.
No, because they're independent stories, so they
I know,
don't
but
make.
can't you watch them all together?
I think you can, but
Oh.
and I did watch like three of them, the 3 17 minutes one night, and then the 40-minute one the next night. But I really, really enjoyed them, and I found them really interesting, and the stories were good, and I was actually engaged and interested. I would highly recommend them. I just thought, like I say, Wes Anderson is. I really don't like his movies. I find them kind of boring and just like they don't do anything for me, and I don't like his style. But there's something about the combination of his style and these stories and the way they're told that just it really works. So
I know the name. I just don't know the movies he does.
Oh, like so. All of
Maybe
the
Resident
Matilda.
Evil.
The Royal
Royal
Tannenbaums.
well, the funny thing
Oh.
is too, like
Fantastic
he
Mr. Fox.
started out. I liked him. So like Bottle Rocket and Rushmore, I actually do like those movies quite
Yes,
a bit.
yeah.
But then
I
he
think
got just so in up his own ass, and then the layers of just his style just became more and more. So you have like Moonrise Kingdom and Life Aquatic, and they
I
just
don't
are
mind
just
Life Aquatic.
they're
That's
just-
probably my
I haven't
least
heard of most of these. I haven't seen
dislike.
any of them.
Same.
You, I bet your wife would know, Jared. You should ask her. You guys have
Probably.
probably seen. I mean, he's really loved by people. And some
He
of,
is a
and
he
I
is
gotta
a
say,
Marmite director. It's like you either love it or you hate it. It's like there's
what's the one that? So the hotel one I liked actually, the Budapest.
yeah, that wasn't too bad.
I enjoyed that one.
Grand Hotel Budapest.
Yeah, Grand Hotel. That one's I enjoyed that one. The one about the newspaper
Heard of
recently.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's stuff I like about it, and I love the attention to detail. But yes, it's
Quite often there's just stories about nothing.
yeah, and it's just like it's about meticulous
Yes.
execution, which is cool, but also not always that entertaining.
So that's why these work, because they're meticulously executed, but 17 minutes is like the perfect
Gets
amount
to the
of
point.
time.
So I didn't watch. I haven't watched any of them, but I did watch like how it'll show part of it while you're sitting on it, and the one where he's like talking to the camera, but he's walking backwards down the thing, and like the
Yeah.
execution in that single shot was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm never gonna watch this though.
Is,
Oh, you
is
should
that on
you should watch
Netflix?
it, and I think it would.
A
Yeah.
lot of his movies are on Netflix.
What's it called?
So if you search for Roald Dahl, but there's the Rat Catcher, the Swan,
Just
the
just
Tale
just
of Henry Sugar. And,
if you just search Wes Anderson, it'll pop up.
yeah, there's one more that I can't remember.
His stuff is very whimsical and
Yes.
of another place. It's not grounded. Like some of his movies, like Bottle Rocket and Rushmore, were a bit grounded in reality. His
Yeah.
movies now are they're not in any reality except in his own head. So that's where it kind of lost me.
And I think that's why these stories work with his direction, because these stories are like
Well,
they
yeah,
are
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of that kind of
Gotcha.
nature of story.
Right.
But
All right, Nick, what do you got?
The writer's strike is over.
Hooray!
Get back to work.
So
Get back
Does
to
that
work.
mean
Yeah.
Netflix's prices are going up?
I don't know, but I just know last
Probably.
week tonight came back, so I'll just throw a plug out to that.
But what is
Just
it?
because I love that. Last week tonight.
John Oliver.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't. It didn't quite register in my
Nice,
head for
yeah.
a second there.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I kind of mumbled it, but yeah, last week tonight is back. So
Awesome.
it's
I've actually watched it.
yeah.
It's actually really good. I'll say that much. I like John Oliver. I mean, he's
I mean, it's
Yeah.
one of
he's
shit
no
ton of
Trevor Noah or
Emmys,
Johnson,
so-
but he's good. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's definitely crushed it as a anchor for his show. But
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Monday lunchtime watches.
Nice.
It's the day off, and it usually comes out tonight at some point. I think it's on at 11 tonight, but I just wait for it to be on Max the next day. But
Cool.
hooray! The writer's strike is over, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of other cool
Yeah.
stuff
Hooray.
for us to watch and plug in the coming months. So, yeah, yay!
All right, Aaron, what you got?
oh boy. Well, I was kind of I was kind of throwing a lot of stuff in my head, but I kind of have to do this one because I just started doing it myself. I'm back to doing my beverage reviews of things, only this time it's going to be more non-alcoholics. And this time it's in a different format entirely because I hate writing scripts and I hate really thinking about what I'm going to say about stuff and doing a shit ton of research. So I'm saying fuck it and doing my own thing with stuff I know. It's on TikTok this time. It's at my same thing, Pass Me a Cold One show on there. So anybody
Any
who listens to this
hyphens?
podcast,
Any
no,
hyphens?
all underscores.
Lots
All
of underscores.
Actually.
All underscores.
Yes, between the words. So yes.
The easiest one to type.
Yes. But no, I'm back to doing that sort of thing.
Cool.
I mean, I'm still figuring it out, but I'm gonna get on Instagram and other sources, so it's not just on one thing.
Good luck, man.
I gotta figure out how to load it onto Instagram.
So is
I think I have
that
it on my
like
phone.
at Pass Me a Cold One on TikTok,
Yes.
basically? But with underscores?
Yep. It's all there. I literally just use the same handle from my old YouTube show.
At Pass
And
Me a
also-
Cold One, all underscores.
Yes,
Something like that.
exactly. And then I'm also going to be going on Instagram once I can
Cool.
get all those on there all at once. So
Sweet. Then yes.
back, baby.
For all the old
Coming
people.
soon.
Old people and newbies.
Cool. All right. John, what you got?
I found out you can download the Khan Academy on your phone, so I downloaded it on my phone. I'm having to study math for a essentially like an ACT type of test I'm gonna be taking. So part of it covers applied math. So I'm having to brush up on my math again.
Fun.
But
Applied math. Two things I've never heard in a real thing. Sorry.
But I love math more than I have in the past. Because I took a math course at a community college last year, and it's just fun problem. It's more fun problem solving than I've ever had in the past.
You know, if math for me had like been the problem and it's like a half naked girl, and then you get the answer and it's a full naked girl, I probably would have like really committed.
Can you just change the word math for any subject? And
Yeah.
you'd be...
Pretty much. Well, that's the thing.
It almost sounds like you're describing fractions there, Ian.
Fractions.
She has a fraction of her clothes off, and then
Yes, it's true. I mean, I went pretty far in math, but like I just at a certain point, all the theorems and shit I had to remember. And
Yeah.
I just like.
I'm not saying I'm gonna take it that far.
Oh.
Just in terms of
just take it far
Not
enough.
pre-calculus.
It's
What are you
good
what are you
enough
talking
to
about
get
here?
a good score.
Well, that's the,
yeah,
Practical
And that's
mathematics.
Oh, practical
That's like
math.
learning
Isn't all
learning
that
surface
isn't all
area
that math
or,
practical depending on what field you go into?
Oh man, some of
No.
it. Jesus.
the only math I've ever learned as tactical was when I was in accounting. And oh my freaking god, it's just basically plus and minus. That's all they do all the time. Other than that, I feel like most math is not some actual use.
So is this app free?
Personally.
You can, or do you have to like
Yeah.
subscribe or?
No, you can just download it. But
Yeah,
I
think
knew about the
the
website.
whole-
I just didn't know they had an app for it
That's
now.
I'm
awesome.
for it.
Cool.
I'm for this.
So if you want to help with your kids' homework and they're in high school, because it doesn't go, I think it does some pre-college courses, but it's mostly like for high school and below.
Cool.
And how's it worked out for you? Just out of curiosity. I mean, I know I used it for a bit, but I mean, did you like
Is there achievements?
using? No, well,
Trophies?
real life achievements of actually learning something or relearning something, but
And making more money potentially.
I don't know. I was just kind of curious, like, John, how you felt using it. I mean,
I
was it
think
actually
it's. I
helpful?
mean, it. In my field of construction, some of the stuff could be really useful, like learning how to figure out what the perimeter of something is, conversion charts, converting something from meters to feet, and then or to
Meters.
miles. And so some of that conversion stuff can really help out, or figuring out the volume of something. I mean, that stuff can really help out instead of having to measure every single thing. You just get the outline, and then you're like, okay, based on this formula, I can figure out how much I'm going to need for this. So that stuff can be practical, but like you said, it's only practical depending on how you're using it.
Yeah, I mean, I was launching model rockets this weekend, and half the people were using meters, and half of the people were using feet. So just being able to calculate off the top of your head to go
Mhm.
between the two, it's like
Put
useful.
them together on one thing. Make it.
Cool. All right, there you go. The Khan Academy app.
Ian, what would you recommend?
Dude, I'm recommending the fucking Gran Turismo movie, dude. I watched it twice last night.
Wow.
I think
Really?
it's the
Wow.
greatest video game movie of all time. Like,
Okay.
finally.
You watched it twice
I watched
in
it
one
twice.
sitting?
Yeah, I watched it.
First time, I'm impressed you
I went
watched
to
it
the
once.
bathroom, got a beer, came back downstairs, and watched it again.
You just had to let the poop out before you could.
No, I just had to pee.
No.
I was sitting there drinking beer.
He had to let all of his
First pee, then
excitement
poop.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, you mean he cracked one off between screenings?
I'm cracking one off right now, actually.
I know I have that effect on people.
Explains why he's so serious. I get it.
No, I mean, it's not. Is it the greatest movie ever? No, it's not. It's very formulaic. It's just really well done. They respect. I mean, it's based on a true story about the kid who from GT Academy who became a fucking real race car driver and like took third at Le Mans, the 24-hour Le Mans. I mean, it's a pretty
Nice.
crazy story.
Okay.
You know, and it's well acted. It's got got some good actors in it. I believe it all.
Right.
I don't know. It's fun. Kazunori. It's funny. So like they kind of talk about. It has this very kind of Top Gun beginning. And it's like, he's like, this guy set out to create the greatest racing simulator of all time, and like, so like, and it's called, and then the title Gran Turismo, and then they do this, and then when they go based on a true story, it does the chime of like when you hit start, it has that kind of ding, and like kind of it's not a ding, it's like a dong kind of sound. Anyway,
In Gran Turismo.
there's so much, it's so video game nerd shit, and then you can see there's certain shit that I don't know. I really enjoyed it. There's some shit that I was kind of like, there was some goofy shit in it. Like I don't know why this is in this, but for the most part, I would say it's a pretty strong. I like race car movies. I like sports movies in general, but it's one weird thing that I enjoy. But I really enjoyed it, and that's my recommendation. So go see it.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, I want to.
Or borrow it, or steal it, or
Ah.
whatever. I asked
Yeah,
Wayne.
but I remember seeing
Hotwire
headlines
it.
of some of those
Uh-huh.
events, and I remember watching the show that was on PS3, I think, and that was interesting, and
I didn't watch the second season, but I watched the whole first season, and then yeah, no, it's just kind of fat. It's cool too because they don't spend a lot of time with the academy. It's like that's in the beginning, but they got to get through his whole career because there's a bunch of stuff that happens to get to where he becomes anyway. So it's all.
Did he go to Khan Academy at all? And did he have the app on his phone?
It's funny
Well,
too
my
because
question
in the beginning, like in this, I remember watching the show and they didn't race. They didn't let them race in GTRs. They all raced in like 370Zs, But in this, they changed a lot of the kind of the stuff, but it's obviously in the movie Nissan's gonna be like, well, fucking GTRs. We're not gonna fucking put fucking 370Zs in there. Fuck that shit. But
funny.
no, I really enjoyed it.
Of course, then.
It's got David Harbour and Orlando Bloom, Jerry Halliwell.
Wow.
The funny thing is that Jerry Halliwell plays his mom, and she's Spice Girl
Yeah.
originally, but she's also married to Christian Horner, who's the principal for Red Bull. So like, I wonder how she got this job. But there's just some funny.
Probably a lot of plugs for Red Bull in there.
No, there's no plugs for Red Bull, but it's just funny.
So is this on Prime?
Just trying to make a joke.
No, it's on nothing right now. You can buy
You
and
have to
rent
rent
it.
or buy it.
So I had my friend. Well, I had Wayne, my cousin, put it on his Plex server. So it's like, hey man, I'm just gonna be hanging out here tonight. because he bailed on me. We were supposed to hang out, and then he bailed on me. So I kind of like, hey man, well, can I get this movie? He's like, yeah, I'm on it. So he made up for it. You know, I got to watch the movie.
Can I get
So
it,
now
man?
you're gonna go watch it on the big screen.
I'm never gonna go watch it. I don't like watching movies in the theater, Dave. I like watching them by myself, alone with my beer, and just because I will do that thing where like I will sometimes watch a movie again, or I will watch the ending again. I have this I think the theater experience I hate it. Like, I don't like theater experience. I think it's the most overrated bullshit. Like, this whole save the theater thing, I could give two shits about.
One of my favorite theater
I haven't
experiences
watched a movie in
recently,
theaters in
actually,
ages.
was going watching one of your short films and
That's
you
cool.
acting in it, Ian,
That's wonderful.
and you were so embarrassed. It
I
was
am.
like,
It's scary. In a
and you were
very-
actually really pretty
Being in
good.
front
Isn't
of
it?
a
No,
whole
but
bunch
like
of
that's
people he
I
doesn't
can
know.
I can
Yeah.
understand like why actors don't like watching themselves. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
whatever what it is. It's just like ugh, I don't want to.
Yep.
But that being said, I might be in the next movie that we do. So
Nice.
we'll see. Anyway, that's the Couch Co-op. Jared, before we get out of here, let's hit that trivia. Let's hit that trivia button. Let's see how do we want to handle this. So is this a thing where we're like we are just gonna
Just kind of guess if you know what it is.
Well, I think whoever thinks they have an idea should shout out their name, and then
Yep.
whoever
Ding,
says
ding, ding,
says their
ding.
name first gets to. So just
Okay.
we'll just put
so
that out there.
I'll just read the description on the back of the box here, and
We're lifting
think,
this from what podcast? At least like
well, the one that I like listening to it on is the Min Max podcast.
so we're
With
stealing.
that group is
We're
pretty
stealing
awesome.
their
I like
idea.
a lot of the things they do. Oh, I'm sure they
Sure.
got their idea from
I'm sure.
plenty of places.
Basically, he reads the back of the box art, and then we have to guess the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
But we're
Fine.
giving them credit, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
what do you call
Yeah,
it?
I actually really like the Min Max
Citing. We're
podcast.
citing our sources.
I've always
here.
liked those guys back in the game in former days, even. All right, here we go. 1968, New Bordeaux, Louisiana.
Mafia 3, John.
Yeah. There you go. I won't even finish.
Jesus.
There we go. Mafia
Damn.
3.
damn.
Holy
I had no
cow.
clue.
I was like, what? I played that
Well, I
game.
know,
and
like,
I don't even remember.
What you, Dave, and Ian
did.
all played it.
We did all play it.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
Rockstar
I was
Light.
obsessed with that game for a while.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I enjoyed
just
that game.
it's funny. That's like let's see.
You're gonna have to play. Like, you're gonna have to pick like weird ass games, like Urban Rain or something. What's the box?
Well, yeah, I wanted to start with something that you guys might have had a chance, and then John's like blah, right away.
Right. There we go.
Yeah. Still pretty fun. I'm just kind of picking games from what I have, like PS4 mostly, PS5, and some Switch maybe. So that's the boxes I have. I'm not gonna download a bunch. I'm just gonna use what I have.
Oh, you could just Google a game
I know.
/box art, and
Mhm.
then it would show you the box art.
I know.
Okay. All right.
I do.
All right, there it is,
I
our
know
first
how to use
trivia,
the
and John
internet.
just fucking destroyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, John. You win.
Nice.
A round of applause, I guess. Yeah.
Did
Good
you ever
job.
go back and play
Good
the
job,
other
John.
Mafia games?
I played
never have.
Mafia 2. I went and played the first Mafia that got remastered, and the first Mafia I found to be boring. I didn't even finish it.
How was 2? 2 all right?
2 I haven't played in a long time. I remember liking 2, but I haven't played the remaster.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
I want to thank you all for listening and remind you to leave feedback at thecouchcoopshow@gmail.com or find us on our socials at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word, no hyphen. I want to thank Jared, Dave, Nick, Aaron, and John
That's better, Aaron.
for joining me here on the couch. For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.
Couch Co-op.